Modern society often places a quiet but powerful pressure on individuals, especially the young and ambitious, to possess a clear, compelling dream. We are encouraged to define our life's purpose early, to set bold goals, and to relentlessly pursue success, transformation, and personal growth. Motivational messages flood our social media feeds. Chase your dreams. Never settle. Be extraordinary. From classrooms to corporate environments, the narrative is the same. If you're not striving for something big, you're falling behind. This constant push to dream big can be inspiring, but it can also be overwhelming. It raises important questions for those who don't have a grand ambition in mind. What if your life doesn't revolve around a singular dream? What if you're content living day by day, focusing on small joys, personal well-being, and quiet stability? What if you've simply never felt the urge to pursue a dramatic, life-defining goal? Does that mean something is wrong with you? Are you less driven, less valuable, or somehow incomplete? These are uncomfortable but necessary questions. Because while society often glorifies those with a clear mission and a 5-year plan, it rarely creates space for those whose paths are more fluid, undefined, or grounded in the present. And yet, not having a big dream doesn't automatically mean a lack of direction, ambition, or worth. Sometimes it simply reflects a different philosophy of living, one that is just as valid, just as fulfilling, and perhaps even more peaceful. So let's take a moment to pause and reflect. If you don't have a specific dream or ambition right now, is that really such a bad thing? Or could it be an invitation to explore life in your own way without pressure, without comparison, and without fear? Why do some women not have clear dreams? Many women at different stages of life may find themselves facing a quiet, internal uncertainty about what their dreams or long-term goals actually are. This experience is particularly common during transitional periods after getting married, becoming a mother, changing careers, moving to a new place, or navigating the emotional aftermath of personal losses or unexpected changes. During these times, priorities often shift. Instead of chasing big aspirations, a woman might find herself fully immersed in the rhythm of everyday life, managing a household, caring for children or aging parents, supporting a partner, showing up at work, maintaining friendships, and tending to countless invisible responsibilities that rarely get recognized but demand emotional and mental energy. In the midst of all this, personal dreams, especially the ones once held in youth, can begin to feel distant, even irrelevant. And that's not a sign of failure or weakness. It's simply part of being human. Life is not always linear, and our identities, ambitions, and desires often evolve in response to what life asks of us. For some women, the idea of a big dream may never have held much appeal to begin with. They may have grown up with different values, ones that prioritize stability, relationships, community, and inner peace over individual ambition or public success. For others, the weight of societal expectations or the sheer pace of modern life may gradually crowd out the space needed for introspection and self-discovery, and that's okay. Choosing to live a peaceful, grounded life, one that centers around love, care, and small daily joys, can be just as meaningful as any grand vision of success. For many, the act of creating a warm, nurturing environment, being present for loved ones, or simply finding contentment in quiet routines is not only enough, it's beautiful, powerful, and profoundly worthy. Having a dream is not a universal requirement for a life well lived. Sometimes the absence of a defined dream is not a void, but a different kind of clarity, a decision to value the here and now rather than chase a distant someday. What is a dream and why do we need one? Dreams are frequently regarded as the compass that guides us through life. They provide a sense of direction, helping us navigate the ups and downs while fueling our motivation and determination. Dreams are powerful forces. They shape our decisions, push us to grow, and offer a sense of purpose that gives life its richness and meaning. When we have a dream, we often feel energized and focused, able to overcome challenges with the hope of achieving something greater. In moments of difficulty, it's these dreams that provide us with the resilience to push through, as they serve as both a destination and a reason to keep moving forward. However, not everyone is driven by the need to chase a grand or clearly defined dream. For some, the pressure to define a singular, monumental ambition can feel stifling, even unattainable. These individuals may find themselves questioning if the pursuit of such lofty goals is truly necessary for happiness or fulfillment. Sometimes, the most meaningful moments in life arise not from achieving something extraordinary, but from simply existing and appreciating the present. The ability to be fully present, to find joy in the small, everyday experiences, and to embrace gratitude for the things we already have can be just as fulfilling, if not more than the relentless chase for a distant, elusive dream. In fact, for some, living in the moment is a dream in itself. Rather than envisioning a far-off future filled with achievements, the focus is on nurturing relationships, cherishing quiet moments, or creating a peaceful and harmonious life in the here and now. This approach can be just as rewarding and enriching, as it allows one to cultivate deep contentment without the constant pressure to become more or do more. In a world that often emphasizes progress and accomplishment, choosing to live in the present moment can be a radical and empowering form of self-acceptance. While the pursuit of dreams is a powerful motivator for many, it's important to recognize that there are equally valuable paths that don't require an overarching ambition. Simply living authentically without the weight of unrelenting expectations can offer a sense of fulfillment and happiness that is uniquely profound. Is not having a dream really a problem? Not having a dream does not equate to lacking value or purpose in life. In fact, many women live full, rich, and meaningful lives without feeling the need to pursue an ambitious goal or a grand dream. These women find joy and fulfillment in the simplest of things, whether it's spending quality time with family, maintaining deep friendships, excelling in their current jobs, or nurturing loving, supportive relationships. The meaning of their lives isn't tied to a lofty ambition or an ultimate destination, but rather to the everyday moments that bring them happiness and contentment. For some, the act of living in the present, appreciating what they have, and focusing on personal connections offers a sense of fulfillment that is just as valuable as achieving any external goal. Moreover, there are those who feel a sense of freedom and inner peace precisely because they are burdened by the societal or self-imposed pressure to achieve something extraordinary. In a culture that often measures success by achievements and accolades, the absence of such pressure can feel like a relief. When there are no overwhelming expectations to live up to, these individuals experience a more relaxed and balanced way of living, where the pressure to constantly strive for more is absent. This can lead to a deeper sense of contentment and personal satisfaction, as they are free to enjoy their lives without the looming anxiety that often accompanies the pursuit of perfection or monumental success. Furthermore, for many, the idea of dreams or goals does not have to be a grandiose, life-altering ambition. A dream doesn't always have to be about achieving greatness in. The public sphere can be about personal growth, cultivating peace of mind, or simply being present with the people they love. Some women might feel more fulfilled by their daily routines, their ability to care for their children, support their communities, or build meaningful, intimate connections. In such cases, the absence of a large-scale dream does not signify a lack of direction, but rather reflects a different kind of purpose, one that is rooted in the beauty of the ordinary, the joy of being, and the satisfaction that comes from nurturing the lives around them. By rejecting the notion that we must constantly be achieving or becoming something greater, many women experience a profound sense of freedom, allowing them to be more authentic and true to themselves. They live their lives not in the pursuit of something external, but in the appreciation of their own internal peace and contentment. In this way, not having a dream does not mean a life without purpose. Instead, it can signify a life lived authentically, full of quiet joys, and free from the weight of unattainable expectations. The diversity of life purpose. Every individual has their own way of defining what brings meaning and happiness into their lives. What might be fulfilling for one person may not be the same for another. For some, the idea of a grand dream or monumental goal can seem like an essential part of their life purpose. However, not everyone requires a large or significant dream to feel complete and fulfilled. Many people live deeply satisfied lives by focusing on smaller everyday purposes. These can include creating a warm, loving home, maintaining a stable and rewarding job, or simply taking care of themselves and the people they love. These seemingly modest yet meaningful goals can bring just as much, if not more, satisfaction than the pursuit of more traditional or ambitious goals. While society often glorifies big dreams and high achievements, there is something equally valuable in pursuing the smaller, quieter pursuits that bring fulfillment on a more personal level. It is important to recognize that everyone's journey towards meaning and happiness is different. Some individuals find a sense of purpose in the act of providing stability for their families, caring for loved ones, or nurturing a work life. Balance that allows them to enjoy life fully, without the pressure of achieving something great. These simpler daily aspirations can create a life that is rich, rewarding, and fulfilling. Happiness in the simple things. Happiness does not always stem from major achievements, career success, or fulfilling lofty ambitions. Many studies have shown that the key to a fulfilling and happy life lies not in grand gestures or public accolades, but in the ability to find joy in the small things. Whether it's taking time to care for your health, investing in personal growth, cherishing close relationships, or simply savoring quiet, peaceful moments, these are the aspects of life that can truly contribute to long-term happiness. Research has repeatedly shown that people who focus on cultivating meaningful relationships and enjoying the simplicity of life tend to report higher levels of happiness than those who are constantly chasing after abstract goals, such as wealth or fame. For example, a long-term study conducted by Harvard University on happiness found that the most significant contributor to well-being is not material wealth or professional success, but the quality of one's relationships. This finding serves as a powerful reminder that true fulfillment and happiness are often built upon meaningful human connections and emotional intimacy, rather than ambitious career goals or societal expectations. It is through these relationships that people feel most connected and supported, which in turn leads to a deeper sense of satisfaction and purpose. Social pressure and unnecessary expectations. In today's society, there is often immense pressure placed on individuals, especially women, to have a clear life goal, a big dream, or a defined ambition to be considered successful. This societal expectation can create feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and self-doubt. Many women feel as though they are not good enough unless they are. Striving for something monumental, whether it's achieving career success, attaining social recognition, or reaching an idealized version of personal perfection. Unfortunately, this pressure to conform to societal standards can lead to stress, burnout, and ultimately, feelings of emptiness or dissatisfaction. The desire to meet these external expectations can distract people from living authentically and prevent them from finding joy in the things that truly matter to them. Rather than feeling fulfilled by the pursuit of personal dreams or goals that resonate with their values, they may find themselves overwhelmed by unrealistic standards set by others. Dreams don't have to be revolutionary. It is essential to understand that dreams don't always need to be about revolutionizing the world or achieving something monumental. While some people are driven by grand ambitions, it is equally valid to pursue what might be considered smaller dreams, dreams that are more personal and intimate in nature. For instance, a woman may not have aspirations to become a CEO or a public figure, but she might dream of learning a new skill, traveling to a destination that she has always wanted to visit, or creating a supportive community of friends who uplift and empower one another. These types of dreams, while they may not garner public attention or societal praise, can be incredibly fulfilling. The pursuit of smaller goals can offer a sense of direction and accomplishment that is equally as meaningful as more conventional achievements. These goals allow individuals to grow in ways that are deeply personal and aligned with their inner values, rather than the expectations placed on them by society or others. For many, it is not about the scale of the dream, but rather the satisfaction that comes from making meaningful progress towards something that resonates with who they are. The freedom to choose your own way of living. Not having a large dream or ambition does not mean that you lack motivation or purpose. Every individual has the right to live life according to their own terms, free from the pressures of having to conform to external expectations. The freedom to not have to dream big just because society tells you to is an incredibly valuable gift. In fact, not being tied to a massive ambition can actually allow you to live more fully, without being consumed by the relentless pursuit of achievements. This freedom provides the opportunity to enjoy life in its present form, to appreciate the simple joys, and to nurture the relationships and experiences that bring the most meaning. It allows individuals to focus on personal growth at their own pace, free from the weight of societal pressures. When you are not constantly chasing after some distant goal, you can instead focus on the things that matter most to you right now, living with purpose and intention, in a way that brings you happiness and fulfillment on your own terms. The link between life purpose and inner peace. A sense of fulfillment does not always arise from the completion of big goals. Sometimes it comes from accepting yourself as you are and embracing the present moment. When you are content with what you already have, and when you are not constantly striving for more, you may discover a deeper sense of peace, joy, and satisfaction. People who are content with their relationships, their health, and their personal well-being often report having less stress and greater happiness than those who are perpetually focused on achieving something just out of reach. This inner peace and fulfillment often stems from the ability to live authentically and find happiness in the things that truly matter, rather than placing the bulk of your self-worth in the completion of grand tasks or public recognition. By shifting the focus from external achievements to internal satisfaction, individuals can lead more balanced, stress-free lives, enjoying each moment and appreciating what they already have. When lack of dreams becomes a chance for self-discovery. Not having a clear, defined dream does not necessarily mean that you are directionless or lacking purpose. In fact, the absence of a rigid goal can be an opportunity for self-exploration and growth. The truth is that not everyone knows their exact purpose right away, and that's okay. The lack of a concrete goal can allow you the space to try new things, experiment with different interests, and let your path unfold naturally. Without the pressure of a predefined dream, you can take the time to discover what truly excites and motivates you. This freedom to explore and evolve allows for personal growth at a pace that feels right for you, without the constraints of following a prescribed path. You can embrace the journey as it comes, learning from experiences and adapting as you go along. This process of self-discovery can be just as fulfilling as achieving a specific, long-term goal, as it allows you to connect with your authentic self in a way that feels true to who you are. The connection between dreams and self-directed living. Sometimes, not having a big dream can actually signify that you have reached a point where you can live more self-directed, free from the influence of societal pressures or the need to prove something to others. Living without a large dream does not mean that you lack freedom or self-awareness. Instead, it can be a sign that you have embraced a lifestyle that is true to your values, your desires, and your pace. In many cases, this self-directed living allows you to prioritize what truly matters to you, rather than chasing someone else's vision of success. By choosing your own path and setting your own definition of fulfillment, you create a life that is uniquely yours, one that aligns with your authentic self. This autonomy can bring a sense of calm and clarity, as you live without the need for external validation or recognition. Conclusion: a meaningful life without big dreams. Not having a big dream is not something to fear. What truly matters is that you live a meaningful life on your own terms, finding peace, joy, and fulfillment in the things that resonate most with you. Every individual's journey is unique, and there is no universal blueprint for success or happiness. Whether you are pursuing a grand ambition or simply enjoying the present moment, your life has meaning and value. After all, happiness is not a destination. It is found in how you walk the path. Sometimes not having a big dream may actually lead you to a quieter, deeper joy, a joy that is felt in the heart rather than broadcast to the world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.